Alright guys, welcome back to TS Powerline and Friends, because they're friends now. We never established that, or maybe we did.
Remember, there is no K in TS Powerline.
There is no K in TS Powerline yet. So, cough. If the internet had a pen, we can, not a pen, a pencil, we can erase one of the letters, take out the T, put the KS show. Great. Hi Terrell. He's looking at me in the camera, he's giving me that look. He's gonna look like he's gonna choke me out.
Why don't it just be TK Powerline?
That sounds weird.
There's like 3 left there.
Bro.
Or TKE.
TKE.
TKEF.
Bro, you said all of it. You never specified it.
Or we just make it Powerline. But anyway,
Technically, it is
That's not
Powerline.
great.
We just put the TS for the YouTube.
Right.
You ate one, that's 5.
Continue.
So, moving forward, we're here at top 8, Albany. Eric and I made it. I made it to 3rd place. And Terrell wanted me to do this deck profile now because that way we don't have to do it later. So let's get to it. So my deck for today was Blade Wings.
Woo! What a scumbag.
So we're gonna go through grade 3s. 4 Tibble. No, 4 Sullivan names. 1 Shaharat. And that's my grade 3 lineup.
Why is there only 5 grade 3s, bro?
All you need is 5, bro. Alright, grade 2s. Demonic Executioner. When it's placed, check top 7. Take a unit with darkness from there, put it into the soul. And its other effect, if there are 10 in soul, he gets plus 2 and 3. If there's only 6 when you do it, he only gets the 2.
Get Counterblast also for that.
Bro, so you can read the cards eventually. The Succubus, the new one, darkness. Same as the Librarian, except she soul charges 1 and then draws 2 to drop 1. And then also counter charges.
And it's darkness restriction.
And it's darkness restriction. 4 flying Librarian. Effect is when placed, soul charge 2, draw 1 if you have 6, counter charge 1 if you have 10. So basically all the cards in this deck basically play themselves. More or less. Moving to grade 1s. 2 Stride Enablers. Can be used to search out Shaharat, the only single. Also strides. 1 Succubus. Just if it's in the soul, you can add it to your hand, so on and so on. 3 Closet Balloon. With this deck, you gotta kinda keep up hand to like survive, so when you perfect guard, you start drawing with it. You basically perfect guard for free and you still have cards to guard with now. 4 the Creep. In the soul. You can Soul Blast it, Soul Charge 2. If you don't have Darkness, you can use this to give you Darkness. Were Tiger Jaeger, literally like one of the best cards in this deck. When it's put into the soul on your turn by any means, Counterblast 1, you draw a card. Its Darkness ability, Counterblast 1, discard. Then you Soul Charge. If there's 10 cards in the soul, it goes from the soul to your hand. It's continuous, it's in the hand, and you're going to stride. If there's 2 units with Darkness, you stride with it and gets plus 3. It gets plus 2 to the grade. Alright, starter. It's a new darkness starter. When you stride, it goes into the soul, you draw 2 cards. It also has a darkness ability, so if it's in the soul, you can trigger it with like other effects that need darkness cards in the soul.
It pulls all 1s and itself.
Yeah. And pulls all the 1s to draw.
1s and hires.
4 Enigmatic Assassin. Card's really good, lets you get in multiple attacks. When it comes out of the soul, if you have 10 in the darkness state, it gains 5. If you have 15 in the soul when it comes out, it gains another 10. So there's a lot of plays that make it 30 to 33. For the Fighter Collection heal, because you can put them in the soul with the heal, with the G unit. Dying is bad. This one has an effect. Gets to do all the fun stuff. 4 Hysteric Shirley. Playing the old art only because I like the quote more. This one's really dark compared to the new one, so you kind of want to look that up for like some fun stuff.
Dark for a new one is cuter though.
It is in fact cuter, Eric, I'm not gonna lie, but that quote is dark. 4 Monochrome Werecat thing. It's on the field, put it to the deck, shuffle, soul charge 1, counter charge if there's 6, and then you draw if you have 10. 2 of this new Werecat. It's got 2 effects, a darkness generation break ability. When it's in the Guardian Circle or the rear guard, it gains plus 5 attack and 5 shield. So it becomes 15k guard if you soul charge this turn somehow.
It also fuels the dark or regular cat fetish.
And it's their cat fetish. And then 2 Amon draw triggers. Because in this deck, you play 6 draw and you just outlast.
Grade 1 Amon.
Nope, great one Amon Rush, bro.
I prefer the drunken hobo.
That's what a lot of people do, but I prefer the Amon one. Now we get to the part where you can actually play with this stride deck. Sorrowful Strike. Its ability is Counterblast 1, flip a card, Soul Charge 3. For each different grade that you Soul Charge, you give a rear guard plus 5. And then if you Soul Charge the unit with Darkness, you add a 3 from the soul to your hand. Sea Breeze, because you know, people don't go to 3 sometimes. $200, because this thing's like $50 on eBay and people like are crazy. Skill, when you stride it on a Blade Wing, it shuffles the drop zone back to the deck. When you do that, it checks if you have 15 in the soul. If there are, it gains a continuous. For this turn, all the rear guards on the front gain 10. If you don't, you Soul Charge 5 off the top. So if you do that and you hit a couple Jaegers, you start drawing a lot with that. You play 1 GB8 because sometimes you get to the point in the game where they're at 4, they're gonna no guard your Vanguard because they realize you don't play crits, and then you might as well give the whole front row crit.
Or rather, he doesn't play crits. Some people play crits.
Some people do. I prefer the stands. Demagogue doesn't do anything for me, honestly. I might take this out, to be honest, but
they're a good Texan.
every time you Soul Charge during the main phase, he gets a continuous, gives the whole front row 1,000 for every time you Soul Charge during that main phase. 1 Steeped in Sin Shaharat. Its ability is a Darkness Auto, Generation Break 2. When he attacks, Counterblast 1, move all rear guards on the field into your soul. He gains 10,000 power. If you have 10 or more, retires all the opponent's rear guards. Then, if the number of cards in the soul are 15 or more, they cannot use Sentinels from hand. Yeah, they cannot use cards with the Sentinel ability.
So it refunds your assassins.
So it refunds the assassin plays when you try. Got 2 Breadermouth.
Did you ever go in it?
What?
Did you ever go in it?
And
Yeah.
win?
No, almost 1 maybe, but I didn't win with it. Breadermouth ability, when it attacks in the Darkness state, Counterblast 1, take 2 cards in the hand, put them in the soul, flip the copy. Works if there's 10 in the soul. Return every grade 0 on the field and in the soul to the deck. Then he can restand at the end of the attack, and then he loses 2 drive checks. And then he also chooses 2 rear guards or 2 units to get plus 5k. Now the G guards, 2 Vincent, because with that heal trigger, you go into it and you don't want to use the effect. Heal trigger still goes in the soul, so you get 1 soul off that. Flips a G unit, soul charges 1, gains 5 shield for every 5 cards in your G zone. Or every 5 cards in your soul. The Bat, when she's placed in the Guardian Circle, soul charges 2. If there's 6 in the soul, gains 5 shield. Can also fix the soul if you don't have like the number you want. Saint Germain Solomon skill has 2 different effects. When it's placed, if there's 10 in the soul, it gains 10 shield. It's got a second of heart for 15 in the soul. If there's 15, you choose any number of units and they all get resist for this turn. You can even do it on Guardians. And then there's the new G Guard from BT11. When it's placed, Counterblast 1. If there are 10 or more cards in the soul, he gains plus 5 shield, and then also gives your Vanguard plus 5k shield for this turn. So it kind of helps when like you're getting low on like soul, and you give your Vanguard plus 5, so it makes it a little bit easier to guard when you don't have the soul.
It's only Vanguard and Vanguard action though.
Yeah, but it's only when the Vanguard gets attacked, so it doesn't help too much when you're getting hit with Dominate. So that's all. Hold on, wait. Catch you all in the next video, and as we always say on the channel, great fight, great night.
It's not a phase bomb!
Yeah.